Good morning. Thank you all for coming and sharing this occasion with us. To this point, there has been a lot of work to get to this groundbreaking. There's been countless hours of work put in to not only find the right site, but acquire all of the property, go through all the design process, and finally get to this particular point of the project. I'd like to thank all of our team members. We've got RDG Planning and Design, our architects, CC and Litchfield architects, Brasfield and Gorey, our contractor, and of course all of our mayor and commission up here that's led the way on what we need to do for our next city hall. For the past 50 years, the Roy Driggers Municipal Building has been the focal point for all city business. Today, we're starting on a next phase that will be the next 50 years for city business right here on the corner of Oaks and Main in downtown Dothan. I'd like to invite up all of the different members of the commission to give you what their thoughts are on how we got here and what this means to them. Commissioner Kirkland.
Good morning, good morning. Well, this has been a journey and it's absolutely been incredible. I'm going to take probably 30 seconds and that's all. But Randy said it best, it has taken a lot to get to this point. And when I say a Dothan city that's on the move, you look at what we have going on. The new Opera House, Wiregrass Innovation Center, and now the groundbreaking of what's going to be the new City Hall. And I think this is just a testament to all the guys that's sitting up here. It's about the commission, and I think the leadership that everyone is providing for all the city of Dothan that's demanding more for all the people of Dothan. Thank you.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning, everybody. We're having a lot of great days around, our city lately, and I think it's just a great thing. And we try to take the ideas from great leaders in the past. And our commission want to be a commission of action, and one that said we're going to, take a smaller plan and not shoot for a big area and just absolutely just really show people what downtown Dothan can be. So the only thing I'd like to end with, I believe we all do this for you guys to benefit in the long run, and that's our passion behind it. But as you say your nightly prayers, just to pray for your leaders and your, your state legislation and your local, public servants, that we think we're doing right, but to give us wisdom and to make these choices, and that's it. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. A couple thoughts. Today is a culmination of a lot of planning, as you heard earlier, and once the consensus was formed to move forward with this project, the location layout became the next priority. This is a generational project, and we definitely want to get it right, and we wanted to have no regrets and look back a few years from now and say, I wish we would have fill in the blank. So it took a little longer than we might have hoped, but we got it right. The layouts, if you haven't seen them, are going to be impressive. This intersection right here is literally the center of town, and thousands of people come through here each direction every day, and when they see this building, it's going to make a statement to them. The city of Dothan embraces its role as the heartbeat and economic engine of Southeast Alabama. There's a few people that I need to thank, and I'll probably regret this because I'll forget some, but I want to issue a special thanks to the Houston County Commission, Chairman Shoup, Curtis Harvey, Tracy Adams, Ricky Herring, and James Ivey, because they had to work with us extensively, right, James, to make this project a reality. We met with Circuit Clerk Carla Woodall and Judge Benford. We talked through every possible issue we could think of and they could think of, and tried to come up with a plan that would address that safely for our jurors, our constituents, and our citizens that need to use these buildings. I want to thank Bill and Earl Durden for their willingness to partner with us on the property, and also to Dr. Ray Higgs for his willingness to support this project as well. Most importantly, I want to thank the citizens of Dothan for your patience and endurance for all these traffic cones and lane closures and orange barrels and all that. I know it's been difficult at times, but we're getting closer to the end of it. So thank you. Let's keep moving onward and upward. Thank you so much.
Thanks, John. That was great. And John thanked a lot of people that needed to be thanked. And you know, I want to personally thank the people of Dothan. The people of Dothan are the reason that we sit up here today. And I think a lot of times we get a lot of credit for these types of things, but I don't think that's where the credit is due. I think it's to the citizens of Dothan who demand great things from us, demand us to progress forward. And so thank you to everyone who's had a part in this. I brought my boys today, stand-up boys. I got Max and Will with me, and you know, I wanted them to come today because I wanted them to realize what this means. This is a huge day in Dothan, boys, and I want you to look around at everybody under this tent. And in 20 or 30 years, when you and your generation are going to be the leaders of our community, I want you to think back on this day. And I want you to think about all these people who have invested in you and invested in the future of Dothan. Because without all of these people and all of my colleagues and like John said, the commission, then we'd be sitting idle. And when we sit idle, we die on the vine. So this is a big day for Dothan, boys. Thank everybody that you see for it. Thank you, guys. We're going to keep pushing Dothan forward. I promise you that.
Thanks everybody for being here today. They've said just about everything, but one thing I would like to mention is, you know, we made these decisions, but the things that happened in the past, I see Mayor Pat Thomas out there. There are commissioners, leaders, mayors, city managers, department heads. Didn't just happen. So there were people before us that put the financial position of Dothan in the right place so that we can do these things. You see a lot of things that have happened that I can't even name all of them, where there's public safety, parks, water, so all those things that are happening because that we planned and we've saved and we've done things. So this is a big undertaking. It's going to be a great facility when it's finished, and it'll also lead to other things that we want to do in this city that bring revenue to this city, so that we can live within our means. And that's my goal. Is to live within our means. It's not to generate a project that we're gonna have to go back and say we need more money for. So that's my goal on that. So I just want to thank all those folks and thank our current leadership and our former leadership. And it means a lot to me. You know, having served for the last few years, knowing you know, the good things and the bad things that people say. And so I look more at the good on that. So I try to stay positive. So I thank my current commission for the stances they've taken, and look forward to continuing to make some of these decisions that make Dothan, which is already a great place, an even better place. So love Dothan, and I'd like to call our great mayor, Mark Saliba, up to conclude this for us.
Nothing like being the tail end, right? You know, we've had some really good events, ribbon cuttings and groundbreakings, and if you remember back when we had the on the events plaza, it was so cold that like icicles were hanging from our noses. When we did the groundbreaking on the Wiregrass Innovation Center, it was so hot, I felt obligated to fan Governor Ivy, who was sitting next to me, because gnats were swarming around her head. I think we got this one right. We got a little bit of a breeze going on, and it's I looked up, you know, I love history, and I just want to echo and reiterate everything that they all have said today, because they were spot on with every single thank you and everyone that they appreciate for the collaboration that has taken us to get to where we are today. And so I want to just reiterate what they hit. I knew they were going to hit all those thank yous, and I want to just go back on a little history right quick. You know, I love the history of Dothan and what we've done and where we've been and how far we've come and where we're going. And so I got Wendy Shiver, our city clerk, to pull up the 1974, January 1974 publication. And in one of the titles it says, Dothan, a city on the move. And if you know the story, and even if you don't, Mayor Roy Driggers a man who had worked 45 years in the city of Dothan in one capacity or another, started out in the utilities department as a meter reader, worked his all the way up to city manager, then ran for being the mayor in 1969, was elected in 1969-73. That's what the Civic Center, that we call it, is named for, the Rory Triggers Municipal Building. And so from him, in that particular time, remember, 1968 and 69, he had to think, what does Dothan need now, and what is it going to look like in 50 years? And you have to remember that we were at the particular time, we're only like 35,000 people in the city in the early 70s. And so what was we going to look like in 2025? Well, Mayor Jimmy Grant won the next election, and he and Jack Collier, H.T. Martin, Jake Baer, and Commissioner John Glanton carried that vision on. And so some now 51 years later, we're asking, and we've been having to ask ourselves, what are we going to look like as a city in the year 2075? I mean, it didn't even sound right, 2075. But what are we going to look like? How big are we going to be? What are the needs of our citizens, and how can we best serve them? And I agree with all the commission. There have been countless hours on our collaborative partners from RDG, CC Litchfield, on and on and on and on, of countless hours talking with departments. What are you going to need? How much space you going to need? What works best? They've done a tremendous job, and I'm extremely proud of the hard work that they've done. I'm also proud to be a part of this commission, because this commission has looked into the future, looked into the next 51 years, and has continued to move Dothan forward. We are a city on the move. I'm proud to be in part of Dothan, Alabama. I'm proud to be a part of this commission, and look forward to seeing it come to fruition. Thank you for being here this morning, and God bless you.
Yeah, everybody look at Kristen right here. I'm Kristen.